Titanfall has made me so unimaginably frustrated and angry that I just sometimes want to dunk on a child and headbutt a bowling ball, with just how incredibly angry I get at this game. Like, you cannot imagine how angry I get at Titanfall sometimes. But here's the thing. I get angry at a lot of games I play. You know, sometimes that's just the way games are. Sometimes someone might be playing the game the way you don't like it. Sometimes the devs might make a decision to nerf or buff a gun that you don't agree with should be nerfed or buffed, you know? It's just part of the cycle of playing video games. But at the end of the day, I understand that video games are meant to be fun. They're not supposed to make you angry. And so that's what brings me back to them, because as much as I get angry at them, there's probably 10 instances, there's probably 20, 30 instances for every one instance where I get angry, where I'm getting happy, where video games bring me pleasure, you know? And so, yeah, everything in life just has the ability to make you get angry, you know? But sometimes you just need to weigh the instances where you're angry to the instances where you're happy. And quite honestly, a game that makes me angry one time and makes me happy 30 times, I'll take that over any game any other day. And that's the point of this video. Titanfall will honestly never ever grow old to me, because quite honestly, there's nothing that compares to the wall running, the slide hopping, the going fast and just gunning down literally everyone, being better than like 98% of the player base, being able to go into those 1v4 private lobbies and going out on top, destroying them. Oh my god, nothing compares to it, you know? And I'm sure a lot of people don't feel this way. And as a matter of fact, I'm 100% positive there are people out there who don't feel this way. Titanfall will probably grow old to them. But honestly, to me, I just think Titanfall will it will be with me for a really long time until they shut down those servers. I'm gonna be flat out honest. I can honestly see me playing this game until they shut down the servers forever. And yeah, I'm happy with that. I want to be one of the last people. I have plans, I have visions of me being one of the last people in the servers before they shut down completely. And just like that one time where those two dudes were playing Halo 2 before they shut down the servers way back in like 2003 or something. Crazy, you know? So that's just what I think, because you know, Titanfall, it's just such an interesting game. It's one of the most interesting oddball games out there, and I love interesting oddball games. I love games that are willing to push you out of your comfort limit, willing to do what it takes to introduce you to a new concept, you know? And that's why I enjoy about pilot gameplay in Titanfall, you know? Slow-paced games are out there. You know, you have Tekken, you have War Robots, you know, all those slow-paced, big, giant robot games, they're out there, you know. Giant robots, that's not a new concept. That's been around. Giant robots in video games has been around since the beginning of, like, advanced video game coding, you know. Not even that. But pilot gameplay, you know, wall running, slide hopping, immensely accurate as hell hip fire, that stuff, that Titanfall 1 was essentially the pioneer of that kind of stuff. Not really hyper advanced hip fire, but Titanfall 2 more so than that. But, you know, Titanfall 1, you know, pioneered the idea of super fast, incredibly ludicrously high octane gameplay. And, you know, Titanfall 2 expanded upon that. And that's what I like about it, you know? There are very few games, you know, people say Black Ops 3 was actually the game that pioneered wall running. Not necessarily. Titanfall 2 was one of the... Titanfall 1, my bad. Titanfall 1 came out before Titanfall 3, where wall running was a core mechanic. Now, I'm sure there's a game out there that came out before Titanfall 1 that had wall running in it. I'm too lazy to check. I'm going to be flat out honest with you. But I'm going to be totally honest. Titanfall 1, like, if there was a game that had wall running before Titanfall 1, then Titanfall 1 revolutionized it. If Titanfall 1 didn't create it, it revolutionized it. And that's just what I love about it. That's what I love about the Titanfall franchise. You know, nothing compares to it. Once again, you can have boots on the ground. You can have the strongest guns imaginable with the most interesting mechanics imaginable. But it doesn't matter. As long as it's a boots on the ground gameplay, it doesn't compare to the wall running, the fast, actually physically going fast. You know, the time to kill, you know, I don't really mind the time. The time to kill could be 20 times higher, or it could be 1/2 of what it is. I don't care. And it's just the wall. It all comes down to the wall running and the slide hopping. That's just what I love about it. And you know, if you're into games that don't really require exploiting mechanics and more so thinking smart and strategizing with your map positioning, go ahead. You have every right to play those kinds of games. It's just that when I play video games, I don't want to think. I don't want to have to strategize. I just want to have to move fast, shoot, and get lots of kills. And that's what Titanfall ultimately, at the end of the day, allows you to do. Now, don't get me wrong. There is strategizing that goes into Titanfall. You gotta know you gotta know the spawns. You gotta know your button layouts. You gotta know gotta know where to go high, or sometimes where you gotta go low, and that is an actual thing you need to do, because sometimes people might be going high and you're not sure whether you can take them all on. So you go low, get a nice flank on, and you take them all out. You know, it's an actual thing you gotta do. You know. And so yeah, I would be lying if I told you guys that no strategizing went into playing as a pilot. Playing as a pilot absolutely does involve strategizing, but you know, to a certain extent, I don't want to strategize. I just want to be able to shoot. And I feel like Titanfall allows more just going in as fast as you possibly can be, and just not even thinking, just doing. No thinking, just doing. And I think Titanfall caters more to that than, say, Call of Duty or Halo. You know, Halo actually involves a lot of strategy. Definitely way more than Halo. Yeah, I mean, way less than Halo. You know, that's just what I love about it. Again, we're going back to what I love about Titanfall. And this is why it will never, ever grow old. And, you know, the less people that are on the servers, the more, you know, the more space they get to dedicate for me. You know? Everyone loves having more space dedicated to themselves. That's just absolutely incredible. And, you know, granted, the Spitfires, even the campers to a certain point, but you know what? I'm going to be totally honest. I don't even mind the campers. I'm going to be flat out honest. The campers can get really annoying. It is a scummy thing to do, but you have to admit, knowing which rooftops to camp on, knowing which spawn point to exploit, that does take a certain level of skill and knowledge and wisdom to it. But, you know, as scummy as it is, it doesn't really annoy me as much. It can get annoying, but not as much. But, you know, back to the point, the Spitfires, all the broken guns, the R201, the R101, it doesn't really, as much as those guns anger me, they're only a they are an insignificant part of the overall game that is Titanfall 2. And when I play Titanfall 2, I don't think of the game where, oh, that has the broken Spitfire, oh, that has the broken R201 or the R101. I think of the game that, you know, that Titanfall, that's the game where you can run fast and shoot shit, you know, and not have to think twice about doing it. That's what I love about it. And sometimes, you know, there are games where you have to play passive aggressively, you know, moving up inch by inch across the map. You know, sometimes you just gotta play like that. But, you know, there are games where you can just run around and do shit that just you cannot do in any other game. And at the end of the day, that's why Titanfall just will never grow old to me. Because it doesn't matter how much bad there is in the game. It doesn't matter how much annoying shit there is in the game. The good in this game you cannot comprehend with your mind how much the good outweighs the bad in this game. because, as long as, and at the end of the day, as long as there's someone, just at least as long as there's someone, it can be anyone who's standing up for having fun and not using the meta, then that's a win, because that good will eventually transfer to someone else. Hopefully, we can all imagine. People are impressionable, not just in their early years, but in their adult years. People can be incredibly impressionable. And as long as someone's willing to stand up for what's right and what's good, then the meta will then everything that is wicked and bad about this game will never prevail. Ever, ever, ever. Skill will always prevail over meta. I cannot stress to you enough. Skill will always prevail over meta. As long as enough people are willing to practice skill, meta will never ever prevail. Ever. And so yeah, I hope you all enjoy this Tuesday. I have off work, so I just figured I'm gonna record a video. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys around. Peace.